Part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures sucks. Jonathan Joestar just sucks as the main character. He's displayed as a noble person, but he really isn't. He's a bitch. JoJo was raised in a wealthy family and he wanted to be a gentleman because his dad put pressure on him to be one. Dio, on the other hand, was raised in the hood and he had to lie, cheat, and steal to survive. Like, both of them were in environments where they were rewarded for their behavior. When Dio pulled up, he kicked Jonathan's dog Danny. Instead of standing on business, Jonathan let it slide and even offered to carry Dio's bag. That basically gave Dio permission to treat Jojo like shit and do whatever he wants with it. Dio burning Danny in the furnace happened because Jojo did not stand up to him. After Dio killed Jojo's father and rejected his humanity to become a vampire, Jojo wanted revenge on Dio. Jojo didn't want to kill Dio out of morality or justice. He just wanted revenge, and it just so happened that he wanted revenge against an evil person, which makes him seem noble. In summary, Jojo and Dio are basically like really boring characters. One of them is good, the other is evil. Both are pretty boring. There's no moral gray area whatsoever. Now on to the side characters. William A. Zeppeli was a teacher and mentor to Jonathan. He had the potential to be interesting, but they killed him off so early. But I didn't really feel none when Zeppeli died because he only lasted like 4 episodes and we barely knew him. In other JoJo parts, the deaths were actually depressing. Speedwagon was literally just a walking commentator and didn't do anything. Neither Speedwagon nor Zeppeli has their own fight. Sure, Zeppeli introduced Hamon to Jonathan, and Speedwagon formed the Speedwagon Foundation, which ended up carrying the Joestar bloodline. But those are in like later parts. Both of them virtually did nothing in part 1. Another complaint I have is that the two buff royal zombies are also just the most forgettable characters. I don't even remember their names. They have no other purpose apart from making the part longer. There's also that one blockhead who was Trizo's friend. He was also really forgettable. I remember he did that Thunder Cross split move, which looked mad funny. A point is, none of the characters in this part are really memorable at all, apart from Dio because of how much of a hater he is. Haman also sucks. You can't really expand this power system too much, and there's some creativity you can use, but not a lot. By the end of part 2, there was no way to expand the Haman power system. It has worse creativity, potential, and consistency than it. The anime explains Haman as some type of bioelectricity, and it is supposed to explain all types of BS, such as popping off bottle caps, flinging noodles, and using leaves as parachutes, which doesn't really make any sense. But I don't really mind because it's supposed to be bizarre and nonsensical. It's because it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, not JoJo's normal adventure. Hamon is still worse than Sans though. At least the end of part 1 was pretty good. It allowed for the rest of the parts to be developed. Overall, part 1 is C tier. Respect to Jonathan because the whole show started from his balls, and like and sub and see you in the next video. Bye.